All right, so I'm back for a little bit anyway. And the reason being is because I purchased a new firearm and I have been kind of putting it through its paces with a aftermarket magazine that people have been saying really good things about and really bad things about, and I wanted to test it out for myself because I really like the idea. I have got a 43X MOS that I recently purchased because I like the concealability of it and the thinness of the frame and the barrel and slide. So I've outfitted it with a Holosun 507K, and I have also outfitted it with a TLR7 Light, which has been really, really good. This is a empty firearm, by the way. And I have been using and vetting the S15 magazines from Shield Arms, the Generation 3s. And I've been running lots of rounds through this, both on the indoor ranges and the outdoor ranges, more tactically and then just more target focused. And I had done this video before yesterday, but I went ahead and I went back to the range today to add a little bit more rounds through the magazines. I only have about 600 rounds through the Gen 3 magazines, the Shield Arms magazines. And so far, Gen 3s, you can see the little divots here on the back. And so far, these have been really, really good. I'm not a big fan of aftermarket magazines, especially for Glocks. I've tested out a lot and they generally suck. I really like the idea of being able to carry 15 rounds in something as compact as the 43X. And I wanted to give them a tryout. So far, they've been good. Yesterday, I did have one small little hiccup that I actually caught on camera that I can show. And so, I went back and I took a look at that footage, and I actually think that it was more a user error thing that caused it rather than necessarily the magazine, because I tried to reenact that several times and went back today and tried to do it all again, and that issue never came up again. And what I think I did was when I went, you can see a lot of the times when I'm doing my reloads, you can see even in the footage that you'll see that last round, that round come up in here before the slide closes. On that particular reload that I did, I flummoxed, if you'll notice in the footage, I kind of flummoxed and hit the bullet and I kind of rocketed it into the magazine, or into the mag well. And I think what that did is that it might have like popped the bullet up a bit, and then the slide closed when it wasn't fully in there and it jammed up. I've never done that live fire before. I have done it once when I was working with dummy rounds and doing a lot of fast reloads and things like that. Since the 43X is a lot thinner than the 19, and I'm so used to the 19, I'm gonna just kind of say and take the I'm gonna take the fault of that and say that it was me and not necessarily the magazine, because after that I didn't have an issue at all, and I was continually trying to reload quickly and fast, and nothing really happened after that, so everything was running perfectly fine. So, and even in that footage you can see that when I did flummox that and kind of up there was no bullet sitting there when I closed the slide, so it screwed it up, I think. So that's me, that's on me. So anyway, that was basically, I think, on me. I'm gonna continually vet these magazines just to make sure. Most people would say, obviously, that you wanna carry an OEM magazine in the gun, and I would also be one to say that as well. But I like the thought pattern. I like the idea of being able to carry 15+1 in a 43X. I think that would be a huge game changer for that particular pistol. So I'm gonna give them a shot. Again, I'm gonna try to get them up to a couple thousand rounds, see what they do. They've been, for 600 rounds through them right now, they have had really no issue, other than that little hiccup that I told you about, which I'm gonna put on me and not the magazine necessarily. But I'm gonna keep vetting them out, because that really hasn't happened with the 19 before. So I will continually vet them out, and I'll see. I did get the PSA Dagger Micro magazine, and I initially was using that before I switched out the mag catch for the Shield Arms, the metal mag catch. So when I had the polymer one back in there, the OEM, I was using the Shield Arms magazine, and when I first got it out of the box, it wouldn't lock the slide back. And the other ones would. So it was kind of a disappointment there. The magazine worked, so it pushed all the rounds up, but it didn't lock anything back. And so even when I would hand cycle, it would. Ironically enough, when I put the metal mag catch in from the Shield Arms for my Shield Arms magazine, the micro dagger would lock back the slide easily. So there was a kind of a strange little fix, I guess, by putting the metal magazine, putting the metal mag catch inside there. But that's really all that I can kind of show. A lot of people, they have, have a lot of videos on these magazines, and they're kind of controversial. So since I'm not sponsored by anybody, I get things and I just try to find things that work. And if they work, I'll say it. And if they don't work, I say it too. So I will continually put more and more rounds in them. And I'll do it in a way that's a little bit more combative and more competitively minded, because it's one thing to go to a flat range and just kind of methodically shoot and then have the magazine just push the bullets up and call it good. But there's more to shooting than that, especially if you're talking about more defensive pistol use or competitive pistol use. The magazine is going to have, there's a lot that goes into a good magazine. So it's not just the spring pushing the bullets up. It has to be able to seat right. It has to be able to take falls and drops. It's got to be able to take fast reloads and not screw things up. So I want to, kind of vet these a little bit more and kind of see how they work out. But so far, after 600 rounds, they're doing all right. We'll see that. That's really about it as far as the 43X. It's been a wonderful gun, beautiful gun. It's kind of new. Again, only around 600-700 rounds through it at this point, and but no issues with the 43X itself. The Hollow Sun, the original video that I was going to put up yesterday, when I initially had gone over to the open range, I found that what I thought was that the Hollow Sun, the Optic was washing out in the sunlight, and I couldn't really get it any brighter. And so I took it home and I kind of tried to figure something out. I put a new battery in it just to make sure, and it looked like it was brighter. I could adjust the brightness, and that was great, and then it would go off. So I tried to figure out what was going on there. Well, it was not the Hollow Sun's fault, it was mine. Apparently the Hollow Sun has like a sleep timer on it, and I had also put it on lock mode and not have known it. So I fixed all that, actually read the directions instead of just doing things by myself, and the Hollow Sun's working fine right now. So anyway, I will continually vet both of them and see how well they do. And so far, I'm pretty impressed. Really like the 43X. I have to admit, I liked the 43. Before, I said that I wasn't ready to pull the trigger on it because I had like a 9-round +1 capacity in the 43 with an extension. But being able to carry 15+1 in a 43X is a really interesting concept, and I really hope they perfect that, because that would be, I think, a pretty big game changer, because the pistol's really, really good. The pistol's comfortable, it's accurate, you can shoot it fast, the ergonomics are great. Really, it's actually a really, really nice Glock. I got to admit, they did right with the 43X. So anyway, that's the video. That's what I'm going to put up here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I'll try to, maybe come back, make a video here and there. And like I said before, I'll try to put in a more of a writing channel up too. It'll kind of maybe have something to do with this as well, since I write fiction. But anyway, that's it. That's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And like I always say, this is just my opinion. My opinion probably doesn't even matter. But thanks for watching anyway. Thank you.